Hello everyone, welcome to From the Heart. I'm Joshua.
And I'm Mary.
We're excited to bring to you all that's new and good when it comes to the arts in Central Florida.
The Orlando Ballet is certainly a gem in the arts community. And principal dancer David Kayak from the Orlando Ballet is here to tell us about his role in the organization, what it's like to dance for a living. Welcome, David.
Welcome, David. We're so glad you're here. And I'm a huge fan of the Orlando Ballet, but just tell all of our listeners a little bit generally about the ballet. I know you have a school and you have a company. Can you just kind of tell us overall what the organization is about?
We have a professional company. We have a school. Right now they're in separate buildings, but that should all change. We have a school in Seminole in the South, Dr. Phillips. But we are working and thriving and working hard.
And how many dancers do you have in the company?
I can't remember the exact number. There's about 25 of us.
And how do you get to be in a company like this? What is it like? Are these dancers, do they have lots of great experience? Are they auditioned? Talk to us like we know nothing about ballet.
Well, there are different ways you can get into a company. My story is I came for the summer program, a summer intensive that Orlando Ballet holds every year, and it's quite a prestigious summer intensive, and a lot of kids really work to get into the company.
Do you have to audition to be in the intensive?
Yes, you do.
Really?
They have to select you to be part of the intensive because
it's a
select. Usually, they hold auditions all over the country, and they select different dancers. They accept them and they come in.
And how long ago was that you auditioned for the intensive?
This was 5 years ago that I was here for the summer. We were 4.5.
And so how old do you have to be in a summer intensive? Is there like an age
Generally,
limit?
It's 14, maybe some 13-year-olds, all the way up to, it depends on the summer intensive, 22, 23. It just depends on where you are at currently and if they accept you or not, if you're kind of a late start or an early. So
how intense is the intensive?
Oh, it's rough.
Yeah, like what?
I remember, because when I was a student, it's actually harder to dance as a student than you are as a company member.
Because you're younger.
It's just training and training and training and training. Just kind of like being in school and then having a job. So
you're dancing 9 to 5.
Oh yes.
Just dance
all the time,
wow.
and it's rough and tough. But
so you came down, and there were 25 of you, and how many men versus gals?
We're roughly half and half, roughly, give or take a few. And then we have the second company. I think there are a few more ladies in the second company, and then we have the trainees. There are different levels of the school that they actually get to work with us, which is something a lot of companies don't really get to do.
Yeah, and I know there's great diversity in your company as well, right? I mean, there's people from all over the world. Tell us some of the places that they're from and maybe how they got here and how did they find out about Orlando Ballet?
Well, I know Chiaki, she's from Japan. She's a beautiful dancer. She's one of our principals. She came here. I don't really know her story that well, but I know she came here when Fernando Bajones was the artistic director. He was very influential in sort of making Orlando Ballet what is today and bringing attention to that company as one of.
From bringing them around the world.
Yes.
So you've been with them since that intensive? You were asked after that to stay?
After that intensive, I was asked to join the company.
So this is your first job as a professional, and you're still here?
Yeah, actually, I did start with Alabama Ballet. When I was 18, they asked me if I inquired, and this usually doesn't happen either, but I inquired if they had any positions open. They said absolutely. They had seen me dance before at a sort of a statewide convention.
So you never even really auditioned for Orlando Ballet, you were just asked?
Sort of, yeah.
Wow.
Sort of.
But he worked out for all those weeks.
That way for all of us, Mary.
I know. We should start dancing.
I know, maybe I should just get asked. So David, tell us about your role as a principal dancer. What does that mean? What does that title give you, and what do you do for the company?
Well, as a principal, there's a little more pressure. I mean, you're dancing these difficult parts. It requires a lot more artistry because as a principal character, it's very involved. A lot of the younger kids look up to you, and that's always an interesting place to be at because I still feel like a kid myself.
So it's like being the lead.
Yes.
Yeah. What are some signature roles that our audience might know of that would be like a principal role in a ballet?
Well, I know a lot of people have seen Nutcracker, and that would be the Cavalier Nutcracker. You have the Sugar Plum Fairy and her Cavalier. And you have Swan Lake, you have Prince Siegfried, and...
Have you played both those roles?
I have.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's neat. That's neat. So how many performances do the Orlando Ballet give Orlando? Where can people come and see you?
Well, we're going to be having Vampire's Ball. That's coming up soon. Then we have...
Is it usually in the fall, the spring, the seasonal?
Our season runs from this year, it's September to beginning of May. And we'll have shows interspersed along that time. And of course, we always have Nutcracker. That's our big...
At Christmas time.
Our big
So how would we find out where a performance is from Orlando Ballet if we want to go see a ballet?
You go to the website, orlandoballet.org, and everything's on there. We have a Facebook page as well. So
Great, the Orlando Ballet.
Yes.
A lot of people think that if they go to a ballet, that it's going to be over their head or that they might be bored. Tell us why that's wrong. Tell us why that's wrong. I'm Italian.
Well, different companies are always different. We're a company that sort of prides ourselves in our diverse work. We have a lot of contemporary work that we do, and honestly, that's my favorite. People don't really understand when they think they're going to a ballet. They think it's all tutus and, fluffy.
Well, tell us what contemporary is then.
Contemporary is sort of classically based, but then you sort of go out of classical technique into something that would be more stylized.
Modern,
it's sort of,
jazz.
Yeah, it's a little bit
Kind of like, so
modern
you think you
or
can
jazz.
dance when they do those numbers
Yeah,
that
yeah.
tell stories?
Mm-hmm.
Those are great.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so you really have to know all the styles of dance to be a ballet.
Yes.
And it's very much an athletic sport
is.
on top of being an art. Tell us about that. I know you're passionate about that really being a sport as much as an art.
Absolutely. Just going with that, another reason why I love it so much is that it is a athletic art form. And so for my job, I get to exercise, which is great, although it wears you out every day.
But then you have to exercise probably to keep up the muscles that you need to use for your art too, yeah?
Yes.
So you're like working, exercising, and then going home and exercise? Whoa.
That's way too much exercise.
I like to go, I'm a kind of a gym junkie. I love to go to the gym and
Were you always like that?
no, that's only been in the past 4 years that I've really, I sort of have a love of maybe one day becoming a personal trainer. That's just something I enjoy studying, how the body works, physiology, kinesiology, all that. Really cool.
That's very cool. Going back to your role as a dancer with the company, it's more than just being on stage, isn't it? I mean, you guys are really kind of the face of the organization, different in a lot of organizations where the artistic director or the executive director may always be the face. But when you drive down I-4, you see David Kayak's face on a billboard or a magazine, or what else besides being on stage do you have to do as a dancer? What are some things you like? Are you an ambassador for the organization in any kind of way?
We attend some events. I mean, it's really just going out there and letting people know that's what we do.
Like you're here today.
Exactly.
I saw a little documentary made about you. That was
Oh
wonderful.
yes, Full Sail did a little
That was great.
documentary.
Can people see that on YouTube?
I'm not sure if it's on YouTube. I know it's on Vimeo, and it's
On
called
Vimeo.
In the Frame.
In the Frame. And it is a biography about you, or it's a documentary about you
Yes.
as a dancer?
It's
Sort of the Orlando Ballet in general. You kind of see different people in that video as well. We were working on Swan Lake at the time.
All right, so one more time, if they go to Vimeo, what would they type in to see
It's
it?
called In the Frame, and you can put in Orlando Ballet, tag that along with In the Frame.
All about
And
you.
tell
You'll
us
find
about
it.
how we can get more information about the Orlando Ballet.
You can go to the ballet's website. It's orlandoballet.org, or you can go to Facebook and type in Orlando Ballet, and everything should be on those sites.
Great, so we can learn about all of your concerts and shows and events and things that are coming up. I know there's some exciting things. So thank you, David.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's been fun. In fact, it's been so much fun that when we come back with David, we're going to get to learn a little bit more about him. David Kayak as a child, what got him into dance, and what brought him to where he is today. Thank you for joining us. See you later from the Heart.